these stories, I think, is incredibly important. And I guess before we jump off into the other issues here, I'm curious as to how you make a film. What does a producer of a film have to do to tell the story? That just seems like an inordinate amount of work, and you pulled off 4 in the last year.
4 in our first year. We've got and we got 12 in the can, so we're cranking. But making a film is a challenging proposition. You need a script, so a story. You need a director. You need a cinematographer, and you need actors and all the supporting cast, from craft services to camera crew, second teams, and a little bit of money. And you pull it together, and then you capture it, and then you edit it, and then you do reshoots if you missed something or something didn't quite work out. And then you need to find a distributor, and hopefully it'll get seen. The economics of the film business are daunting. So in any given year, about 8,000 to 10,000 films are made. Approximately 2 to 4% actually get seen. Our company is experiencing 180 degrees.
I gotta back that up. I gotta back up the tape on that one, so to speak here.
Okay.
10,000 made a year.
2 to
4% are seen.
Yeah, 2 to 4% get distribution deals.
So
most films that get made. The economics
of getting that product to market, what does it cost, and how much do you have to raise initially to produce it under the 2 to 4% chance you're going to get distribution on it?
You figure, you're in $1 million per film. There's some independents that can do them for less, but the production quality tends to show it, and those are among the ones that don't get distribution. And we're not counting the shorter films. I mean, most people define a major motion picture as at least 85 minutes. So if we added the shorter films and the stuff people do on their phones and things, we're in the hundreds of thousands of potential assets. But so our experience has been that all of our films have gotten distribution, every single one. And worldwide deals, many in theatrical releases. We've worked with Lionsgate. We've worked with Byron Allen's Freestyle Media. They have our current film. We've worked with Gravitas Ventures, the largest distributor of independent films. And I think, so what has contributed to that is being a businessman and knowing how to manage assets and people, and making sure that there's an end in view before we even start any of the principal photography. The other secret sauce for us has been identifying really talented people and making them part of the team and incentivizing them with equity in the business. So Monty Ross, who helped like me to found 40 Acres and a Mule, is on the team. We brought him to Richmond. Keon Martin, who understudied under Martin Scorsese and Joel Schumacher, is on the team. We brought him to Richmond. The person who shot the 13th for Ava DuVernay was our cinematographer on One Angry Black Man and Love.com, which is currently on Netflix. So we bring in people with talent and build around them great stories and provide the necessary resources to get the project done. And it's a little bit of magic to get it over the finish line, but we've been able to do it consistently so far.
An extraordinary level of accomplishment. It sounds like, no secret sauce here, more talent, better production, higher quality, more likelihood of distribution. Is that fair?
That's very fair.
And so, it's just curious, because I love business models. The business model of a streaming video is based on what they'll pay you in per views, or how does that work? Or can you say?
Well, there are 5 standard sales channels for film. So we're doing feature film. So it's not just streaming. In today's world, with the theaters closed, we are streaming our film in over almost 100 movie theaters. But theatrical is the first window, then transactional video on demand, so all your cable networks, services where you rent film, then subscription video on demand, so that's your Netflix, your HBO, your Showtime, stars, things like that, where people subscribe and watch content, then your TV vertical, and then kind of streaming and other ancillary. So those are the 5 sales channels. And then for each one, there's a different economic model. Typically, you make it available to audiences and they choose it or they don't choose it. And so it's a one-off. For the Netflix of the world, they pay a certain fee for the film depending on how it performed in the other channel. And for TV, they do the same. And for theatrical, you put it in and people go or they don't go. You see the numbers ramp up on the weekend. So we haven't on the One Angry Black Man, we weren't able to put that in physical space theater because of COVID-19. And we'll see if the theaters are open. We're about to release a film called Freedom's Path in the 4th quarter. And then we'll release 2 more films before that, probably September. One called The Unity Ride. It's a fun film about a Republican and a Democrat who take a bicycle ride together from New Orleans to Canada. It's funny, but it's designed to talk about what happens when you do something you love together. And then Joseph, which is an Afro-Caribbean film about appreciating your roots. And those 2 will come out in the next 60 to 90 days.
That's exciting. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing at least One Angry Black Man, hearing great reviews on it so far. You must be pleased.
I am very pleased. I mean, when a Pulitzer Prize finalist film critic says, your film's a 3 out of 4, and that's at the Boston Globe. And then the Boston Herald said that it was the most important film released that week. And so that's pretty heady stuff for a little film company out of Richmond. Nobody expected that, and that's cool. I don't mind being the underdog. I mean, at the end of the day, quality work is quality work. And that particular film is an opportunity to look into one of these conversations on race, class, and culture. And you can participate or not. Every ethnicity is represented, every gender, every orientation, and it's honest. And what I love about the film is its honesty. And I think that's what people are gravitating towards. It won the Oscar Michaud Award. It usually came in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd in film festivals. People are telling me, especially people that are a little bit older, tell me how much they enjoy it, and it's helping them to start conversations with people they hadn't thought about talking to, and also to read the books in the film, because the film names a few books from great writers, and so it makes people curious. And at the end of the day, being curious, reading more, learning more, stepping outside of that comfort zone a little bit is medicine for the soul.
Well, that's fantastic. Look forward to seeing that. And to get both Boston papers to say something nice is pretty amazing.